Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Wednesday, July the 10th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, looks like we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, let's take a look here. All right. Take a look at this one here first. Collect any flavor of Nuka-Cola 5. So again, get this one, if not every day, every second day. Having a Nuka-Cola collectron station, if you have one in your camp, is definitely worth your while. If you don't have one, it's pretty good to get one sometime down the road, because let's just face it, sometimes we go on servers, the Nuka-Colas just don't spawn. Sometimes it's just bottles, and we're in competition with other people as well, looking for any flavor of Nuka-Cola. We'll kind of go over to a few good spots here in this video. Again, here is just one version of the Nuka-Cola Collectron. This is the Quantum Nuka-Cola Collectron. So if you were around in Season 11 way back in the day, and you would have been rewarded this bad boy as free off that scoreboard. And as you can see, he will collect various types of Nuka-Cola products, even a Twist and a Nuka-Cola Quantum, so FYI. Now, there is an OG version of this one. This is the one I usually show off. Of course, these will be down here in the resource section. This bad boy right here. So this is the OG one. I got this one here for a very, very long time ago. I forget what even scoreboard I got this off of, but this was free back in the day. It does come up for sale once in a while in the Atomic Shop, but very rarely it does. It's usually for 250, 500 atoms. But I'm fairly certain I was told that you can buy this from Samuel down in Foundation, as long as you have a cautious reputation with the settlers. And it's 1250 gold bullion, FYI. Another great way to get Nuka-Cola products is just scouring the wasteland. If you come across traveling merchants in your camp, sometimes they'll have the odd Nuka-Cola product for sale on them. Also, if you have a camp ally, usually most camp allies will have one or two Nuka-Cola products for sale on them as well. Nuka-Cola machines you can find around train stations and areas such as Lewisburg, for example. Or up here, you guys have seen me do the quest that's up here at Prickett's Fort, but if you go down here to Philippi Battlefield Cemetery, that Nuka-Cola machine usually has a fair amount of Nuka-Cola products there. You guys have seen me and talk about it many times. Every time I'm here, it's at Tyler County Fairgrounds. There is a Nuka-Cola stand that will show up, and I found at least up to 6 there once upon a time ago. And just on the other side where they have that little patio that's on the ground with all the chairs. Okay, sometimes you can find some Nuka-Cola products there as well. And of course, good old Camden Park, we can find the odd one there. But again, it really depends on the server that you're on. It may or may not spawn in. And if you're on a public server, basically you're in competition with other people. We're going to head right down here to Nuka World on tour. I would say it's probably the most reliable spot. Again, you guys have seen enough of my videos. It's kind of hit and miss. You just cross your fingers, you get on a good server. So sometimes this guy here is a cherry. It's laying here, okay? Let's see if she has any Nuka-Cola. Never really talked to her very much. Go trade. Where does she get out of yet? Let me see. There's Nuka-Cola products, but no Nuka-Cola drinks, I guess. Okay. I usually kind of make my way up this path. Then we got this guy here. Usually, oh, that's not a good start. Usually we'll have at least a couple in this guy. That is not a good start at all. Let's go up to this section. So this section appears where the event seismic activity will happen. I haven't seen this event happen in such a long time. I haven't even seen it pop up for a long time either. But if you head this way, they have these little kiosks up here, and usually these kiosks will have Nuka-Cola products. So there we go. That's what I like to see right there. That's what I like to see. There's a bottle in there. You just go inside each one. Right, like that, and the cherry in there. Let's grab one of these Nuka-Colas here. There we go. And we can collect any flavor, which is pretty awesome. None in here, okay. Get one on there. That's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of times I like to kind of keep that stuff there, so when I show them on my videos, they show a lot of times when you're on private servers, you end up being on the same private server for some reason. That's what I've discovered anyway. So anyway, you can check these kiosks here as well. There's just a bottle there today. We got 2 more machines over here we can check. Okay, good stuff. We got a cherry. Let's grab that cherry. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go down to this section down here. And there should be a little kiosk down here. There should be at least 3 or 4 down here. Let's check. Let's take a look. And again, I can't stress it enough. Depends if you're on a server with other people. They could be coming here and doing the same thing that you are. So just be aware that you may have the server hop. Okay, there we go. Another one. Let's grab this Nuka-Cola. Now, if you're at the end of the day, you don't have a Nuka-Cola machine, okay, because you're so new to the game, you're just having no luck. You just have no luck buying Nuka-Cola products. You could buy Nuka-Cola products using caps, okay? We already talked about that with the traveling merchants and even your camp allies. You have to buy stuff from them. But here are these vending machines here. As you can see, they sell Nuka-Cola products, different kinds. Let's go ahead. We're going to buy this cherry. Yeah, I'll buy both of them, sure. There we go. Collect any flavor Nuka-Cola 5 for 5. And another place you could buy them to is from Bubbles. And Bubbles is right up here at the White Spring Refuge upstairs. When you enter the building, you go up the stairs and you take a right. You go through that little tavern area, okay? Then you go to the medical bay and you take a left in that big wide open room with the responders that like to talk over each other. And there's a little store there. And there's a man named Giuseppe. He likes to trade stuff for stamps, and there's a robot right next to him, a red robot, and that robot's name is Bubbles, and their inventory is not tied into the vending machine's inventory, so that's a real good source. At the end of the day, if you can't find, don't waste any more time, just buy them. That's what I would recommend, especially if you're a busy person. All right. What else we got here, Jim? Scrap junk to produce fertilizer 5. So fertilizer is one of those things that you can bulk at your tinker's workbench. As we know, there are several junk items that we can bulk and scrap for these daily, weekly challenges, and it's the hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way. Let's go to our tinker's workbench. We're going to go craft here. Then you go down to bulk. Down to bulk fertilizer. So as long as you have 2 plastic and 20 raw fertilizer, okay, you can bulk 1 fertilizer. Then all you gotta do is scrap it. Okay, and this is hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way. Again, if you're a person who's short on time, you just need to get these dailies done. You gotta go to work, gotta go to school, you gotta do stuff with your family, go to the beach. It's definitely the best way. But what I've been doing lately, I have been kind of showing people where you can kind of get this stuff as well. But we're gonna go for fertilizers, hands down, probably one of the best spots is right here, just south of Vault 76. It's called the Wixon Homestead. Let's pop over here. If you come across straw pillows in the wasteland, straw pillows will have fertilizer in them as well. All right, so when you spawn in, you see that little shed that's in the back there. There's going to be a couple scorched in around this farm if you've never been here or it's been a little while for you. All you do is just walk down there or run. You just go to this little shed. As we can see, we have bags of fertilizer. Let's grab that. Let's go ahead and see how much a bag of fertilizer will give us. 1 bag of fertilizer will give us acid and 4 fertilizer. That's pretty awesome. So basically we only need 3 bags of fertilizer. Let's grab that guy. And we'll grab this guy. But as you can see, there's another bag up there, bag of fertilizer. Another bag there, another bag there, another bag there. Great little spot. Nice little spot, nice and easy for everyone, all right? It's a tinker's workbench right here. Let's go ahead and go scrap these bags of fertilizer. Just like that, guys. Scrap trying to produce fertilizer. Easy. Couldn't be any easier. real good spot. And of course, if you can't make it here, or if you come here and the bags of fertilizer aren't here, that means somebody may have already picked it up. They don't spawn here anymore. As you can see that they do. All you do is just either server hop or bulk and scrap. Bulk and scrap is definitely your friend. Right, what's next here, Jim? Scrap done to produce lead 10. So again, lead is something else that we can bulk and scrap as well for the fastest, quickest, easiest way. Let's go ahead and go craft at the Tinker's Workbench just to show you. Same method as the fertilizer. You just go bulk, slide it over. You go down here to bulk lead. Past it. As long as you have 20 lead scrap and 2 plastic in your stash of scrap box, you can bulk 1 lead, and then all you do is scrap it after. And that's, as I mentioned, hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way. But I have been showing people where you can find lead. A real good source of lead is, of course, the canned chimes. We can find all kinds of canned chimes up here at the Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Again, there's a bunch of scorched and ghouls up there as well, but it's a fun time. It's fairly easy for most folks. Right down here in Camden Park. A little bit harder area right over here at the Crevice Dam, just to give you a couple examples where you can find canned chimes. And actually, we can find one for, very easy to get to right up here at Well Station. You can get a canned chime up there as well. One thing good about canned chimes is when you disarm canned chimes, you get 9 tin cans, okay? And 1 tin can will give you 2 scrap and 1 lead. Tin cans, definitely worth your while. A great spot for just basically cans, but they're not canned chimes, is of course over here at the Sunday Brothers Cabin. When you go down the little driveway towards the big house full of ghouls, you don't even head to the house, you just head to the little building on the left-hand side. And there's usually a couple of Nuka-Cola there as well, actually. And there'll be some cans. So I've been going after the canned chimes for quite some time. So actually, let's pop over to Sunday Brothers Cabin. Let's do something a little bit different. And just to show you this spot, this is a spot where you'll get the event Moonshine Jamboree. Definitely good to do if you're on a server. Waste not, okay. If you're on a server with other people to help you out, because it's very challenging. So what you do is, they say, you just go down the driveway here. And we don't even bother going inside that house. Here's the little building that I mentioned to you guys about. Look at that. 4 Nuka-Colas right there. Just like that. And they usually spawn there. That's a spawn point. But as you can see, we have all kinds of tin cans. Let's pick up, even on the ground, let's pick up 1 can. And let's take a look. So 1 tin can, because as I said, 2 steel and 1 lead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So just 10 lead. And basically we have that. We have all that. And up that to grab. Okay, so if you're looking for actual steel and lead, this is a real good hot spot. And as I say, like, it's very easy to get in here, even if you're a lower level player. Okay, let's head somewhere so we can scrap this stuff. Let's head back to our camp. Yeah. If you destroy robots once in a while will give you lead as well. Not all the time, but robots are a pretty decent source of lead and steel and aluminum. All right. Go inside here, but you don't have to go to your camp. You just go to any workbench, whatever you want to do. Let's go ahead and go scrap those 10 tin cans we got there. Done. Scrap done to produce lead. 10 for 10. Easy. Nice. What's next? Consume an alcoholic beverage. 5. So again, we can do this a couple different ways. We can craft our own alcoholic beverages. Or we can find alcoholic beverages in the wasteland. The way you would craft your own alcoholic beverages is, of course, a brewing station. If you don't have a brewing station, you can find the plan in various areas around the wasteland. It just usually pops up randomly. But if you're looking for a brew station, a fermenter, and a chemistry station, and if you're so new to the game, basically you just pop up here to Morgantown, and there is a house inside Fraternity Row. It has a red door. It's called the Pie House. And back in the day, as soon as you entered that house, you would start a mini quest called Wasted on Nuka Shine. It It'll bring you all around Morgantown. It'll bring you down here to Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, and then Biv, the Robo Brain, will get you to do a couple things for him as well. And at the end, based on Nuka Shine Quest, you'll get the plan for this bad boy. Okay. And once when you get it, you're able to craft your own fermentable beers and other types of alcoholic beverages as well. Right, once when you learn some recipes, then you can ferment them in your fermenter for other daily, weekly challenges. So you can do it that way if you so wish. Definitely nothing wrong. You guys, I said we do that many times. Okay, it does take a little bit of time to do because when you're trying to ferment stuff, it does take about 15 minutes of real life time of AFK or doing something else to wait for it to get there. All right. We can find alcoholic beverages in around the wasteland. I tried to make a video on it there back in the day. And just server after server, I was just having no luck at all, and I had to end up scrapping that idea because it was really hard to do. I had to find good, solid locations for people and to be it reliable enough. So what I usually do now is I usually kind of go to a couple of spots. Down here, Lewisburg is a pretty decent spot. There's a big picnic table area. The kill box downstairs, there's like a little dining room area, usually with a big table with some chairs on the table. Usually that's a pretty decent spot as well, but again, it depends on the server. Sometimes those liquor bottles are not full, they're just bottles, okay? Just FYI. One of the best spots, very reliably still today, is the Wayward. So let's fast travel over to the Wayward. We can find up to 6 here. Now, you guys see me do it. I would say maybe, I think it was 2 months ago, you guys saw me go to White Springs Mall. And downstairs, we have the White Springs Mall. We have all those vendors down there. And you guys saw me buy all my alcoholic beverages down there, actually, and then drink them all. And you could definitely do it that way. You just need to use caps. I found the Raider vendor to be the best. They had the most alcoholic beverages on them. So FYI, that you can even do that if you're having no luck at all trying to find these alcoholic beverages. And again, depends on the server that you're on. If you come here and these are not here, it doesn't necessarily don't spawn here anymore. It's just the fact that someone got here before you. And most vendors, like Duchess here, will sell the odd liquor as well. Let's go ahead just to show you that. She's just got one whiskey on her, so just an FYI, you can even buy them if you so wish. But we can get them free right here. There's 3 that will spawn right here: the whiskey, the bourbon, and the vodka. Let's go ahead and drink them. Now, sometimes you will come across areas where they're just bottles or items that you can't even pick up. It won't even let you see. Won't even let you interact with it. Right? There's another 3 up here. Exact same little setup. Oh, I didn't drink them. Right on, Jim. Drink them this way. That was my fault. I was going too fast. Drink this beer. There we go. Assuming alcoholic beverage, 5 for 5, done. Just like that.
All that gear in Vault 79 can be yours for the right price.
That's, to me, in my mind, the most reliable spot. It's just that you're in competition with other people. Like, I'm on a private server, so I know they're going to be there, right? What's next? Let's go ahead and destroy a robot 10. So many great spots we can find a robot. It doesn't really limit to what kind of robot it is, so that's pretty awesome as well. We do have Clarksburg up here. The upper section will have robots. The lower section will have ghouls, so just an FYI, we can easily find 10 of them up there. Right here at the Charleston Trading Yard, I'm fairly certain either 9 or 10 Liberators will be down here, so that's a pretty decent spot as well. Down here in Beckley, pretty good spot as well, different types of robots. I believe around these estates, I think it's the Hornwright Estates, you'll find robots here as well. Sugar Grove is a pretty good spot for some robots. Getting a little bit harder. And then Robco Research Center, just an FYI. Turrets. Turrets are also considered robots, so there's lots of turrets in around the Bloody Franks area and the Berkeley Springs. And lots of turrets in around Harper's Ferry. Now, just something that you don't remember, may not know, is the vertibirds. You know, when you go around the wasteland, you see those 3 vertibirds in the sky, and then they're trying to protect like the little cargo bird there. That's with the little cargo drop on him. He's kind of flying around a little bit faster than the bigger guys are. Those are also considered robots. So if you knock them out of the sky, or if you find them, they're also considered robots. So just an FYI. Let's pop over here to Clarksburg, and we'll take care of them up here. We just had this daily challenge where we had to cripple RoboBrain or Protectron's arm as a weekly challenge, so you can include this at the same time if you so wish.
Another body has been discovered at Brickett's Fort. Can't let the poor fellow just sit in the box.
Let's go ahead here, and we are going to deactivate that guy. And actually, this little quest here, recover red rocket core, so there's 3 robots actually there. And when it's going to make you come over here to the red rocket and make a stop, and there's robots there as well. I just don't know if we're going to find 10 in that location. It's a little bit harder area, so that's why I'm not going to do this one. But you can most certainly try that one out if this daily quest pops up for you. You would have saw me do that daily quest last week, or last weekend, I believe we did that one. All right, just an FYI. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to take care of some robots here. You can destroy them any old way. We throw some grenades at them, whatever weapon you want to do. It's pretty decent. Where you at there? Couple gas canisters here. Nice little spot. Usually there's a iBot here. Usually. Must have came upstairs. Yeah, there he is there. You see there, aluminum scrap, steel scrap from these guys. Nice. Let's keep going. Perish there for a second. Maybe not. Lead scraps. You get some lead scrap there just to show you that. Let's get this guy out of the way so he doesn't kill our robots on us. What? What was that? I found you? Is that what he said? I don't know where that iBot disappeared. Huh. All went up here. Okay, whatever. He found a good hidey hole. There he is there. Transported over there is what he did, yeah. Even if you're a lower level person, this spot is still pretty decent. This guy in the track, the old watcher. It's the watcher watching the watchers. What is that? Oven mitt.
All clear.
All clear, he says. Yeah, I don't think so, buds. Still got the lunatic with the ultrasonic Gatling gun. Alright, so we should have at least one in this little building here. Doesn't even see us, he has his back turned to us.
Hostile
There's
target.
our other boy there. Alright, so there's our robots, as you can see. Very easy. Pretty decent spot. There will be one more robot on top of that roof. And get up here to show you that top floor. There'll be at least 2 robots up there as well. Alright, so easy 10. You can get here, not a problem. Alright, what's next here? Yeah, let's do this one here. Sell weapons to an NPC vendor 5. So we can go ahead. We can craft weapons if we so wish. We can go after enemies such as super mutants, such as Scorched. Human enemies such as communists, cultists, blood eagles. We can take their weapons. Doesn't matter what weapon it is. Doesn't have to be just a you know, like a rifle. It can be a melee weapon. And basically just sell it to any NPC vendor on the map, right? So actually, let's go back to our camp. We're gonna craft them this time, as I believe the last time this popped up, we had went around and got some weapons off of enemies. They kind of switched up a little bit. Protect and serve, eh? Alright, so again, it can be any weapon at all. It can be a melee weapon, can be a machined weapon. And if you're looking for to do it the free way, you can just go after some scorched and here in the forest, and or some cultists, whatever you want to do, and just get some weapons that way. I just like to show different ways to do it. So we're going to go to weapons workbench here. We're going to go craft them. We're just going to craft some real easy baseball bats. Something you learn very early on in the game, okay? It's going to cost us some plastic and some wood. Let's craft 5 of them. Just like that. Alright. Let's go to any NPC vendor on the map. Let's go to Charleston Station. So any robot vendor at any train station is considered an NPC vendor, okay? If it doesn't work for you, then either there's a glitch or something going on your server, or if it's because maybe you crafted or did the wrong thing. Okay, so here's our NPC vendor. Let's go ahead and go trade. Let's trade these baseball bats to him. Just like that. Alright, sell weapon to an NPC vendor. 5 for 5, done. Easy. Alright, what's next? Save this one here for last. Deal critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons 5. So basically 5 enemies critical hits using automatic weapons. Of course, the weapon I am using is an automatic weapon. Let's head back to our camp so I can just kind of show off that a little bit. Give you guys some ideas. So if you're thinking about an automatic weapon and you're unsure of what that may look like, okay, I highly recommend 2 different types of weapons, the fixer or the handmade. Now, if you have produced enough fixers or handmaids or even both over time and you scrap them, you will eventually learn mods. And if you've been doing this for a long time, such as myself, between the fixer and the handmade, you can switch between automatic and non-automatic. So just an FYI, let's grab... I'm just using this as an example, just to kind of give you guys some ideas. Let's go down here. Oh, let's grab this handmade just for an example. Let's go ahead. We're going to go modify. So again, back in the day, I had all kinds of these bad boys. If you go down here to the receiver, as you can see, it has a powerful automatic receiver on it. But I can, at any time, change it to a hardened receiver or a single fire mode at any time. Okay, and that's one thing I really like about the handmade. You can do the same exact thing with the fixer. It's really, really flexible weapons. They're powerful. I highly recommend them. Highly have at least one in your stash box or you use day to day, just so you can switch back and you can kind of try out 2 different modes with the same weapon that you love. All right, let's put that bad boy back. This way, Jim. Alright. The submachine gun is also a pretty good automatic weapon as well. Let's go down here. This guy right here, they come across a submachine gun. They're default automatic. Okay, and of course the weapon I'm going to be using here, I'm going to try to use... Now, I've been trying this all week, and so far so good. I like it. I picked this up for like 300 caps at someone's vendor, which is pretty awesome. The only thing I put on it was the beta wave tuner. That's all I really did to it. But as you can see, it says fire mode automatic, so we're going to be using this bad boy and seeing how she works. All right. So deal critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons. So that's great. So it can be any enemy on the map. It doesn't matter. It can be a insect, can be a human, can be a robot, can be a cryptid, can be a ghoul, scorched, whatever, animal. As long as you're able to get VATS on it, deal critical hit to it, okay? There's usually a couple of spots I like to kind of show how to do this because not everyone knows how to do critical hits. Let's go to Somerville Stocks. Now, I do have a couple of videos out there where I show how to do it. And that way, there's definitely nothing wrong with that way, but I have a slightly better way to do it just based off of my subs and members giving me awesome tips along the way because, you know, you guys learn from me, I learn off of you guys, goes both ways. Let's get out our weapon here. Lock and load first, Jim. Lock and load, baby. There we go. So there's our first victim here. And as you can see, if I go him in the torso, I like to kind of go for the torso when I'm doing critical hits because it's the biggest part of the enemy. It doesn't matter what enemy it is, even like an insect especially. Because you can miss on a critical hit. And you see the little crit meter in the middle of the screen. As you can see, it is not filled at all. It's empty. Okay, and depends on the weapon you have. Sometimes it'll take 8 or 9 shots to fill that crit meter. Now, if you have a weapon such as the Fixer I have, it only takes 2 shots to fill that crit meter just because of the legendary effects that he has on it. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to try to fill that guy up. Okay, so that didn't take very long. All right. Now there's also an audible alarm because when you're trying to look for that crit meter in the middle of the screen, sometimes it just pops up so fast. But you will have an audible alarm as well. It sounds like a little bloop. And if you're going through a heavy area of enemies and you're not necessarily doing these daily weekly challenges, you're just looking to do as many critical hits as possible, you can hear for that audible alarm to pop up. Okay, you see how the crit meter is full? If I can get this guy to stand still, let's go up here for a second. Yeah, we'll use this guy. So you see the crit meter is full, but you see the bottom of the screen, you see how it says critical and the Y is flashing. Okay, so whatever platform that you're on, whatever button that is for you, okay, that's how you can know that you can perform a critical hit. So back in the day, in the videos that I have, I tell you to hit the critical button, which in my case is Y, and the fire button at the same time, and it works. It works. There is nothing wrong with that. But what some folks on my channel have taught me is what you do is when you have that critical bar full, okay, you hit the Y button first, and then the screen will flash, and then you hit the fire button. So watch what happens. We're going to hit the Y button, the critical button first, see how the screen flashes, and then we're just going to lock on them again. Then we're going to, there we go. Right? So there's a couple things that have to happen here. You have to know how to do critical hits, and you got to make sure you're using an automatic weapon. If it's not automatic, it's not going to work. Okay? So now that I explained that here, we're going to go ahead and go through these scorched. We're going to fill up our meters, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the audible at the same time. For some reason, we're not hearing the audible alarm. Might be glitched out for some reason, not sure why. But as you can see how the enemies have those weapons on them. We could have just come here and first this one, but this one here is a little bit more explaining to do, so kind of keep it for last. Oh, there's the audible alarm there. And once when you get used to doing critical hits all the time, you'll be doing them all the time without even knowing you're doing them. Because you'll just be using that audible alarm all the time. Right, so you hear the blip there, so just kind of keep going. The next one will be a critical hit. Critical hits are especially good when you are using automatic weapons. Sometimes they can be a little bit less powerful, so there we go. Okay, just need one more. think that's it. I think we clear this little area. Alright, that's fine. Let's go up here to Somerville's Dam. It's just down the road. You don't have to come here. I like to kind of show this area off because how it's kind of low level area, and I can use a couple of the scorch because they're not all grouped together kind of deal. But you know, for my explanation of how to do it, you could virtually go anywhere as you want. You could have gone after those robots and kill the robots that way if you so wish. Just like that, guys. It's really. And then again, if you have a weapon like this one here, where it doesn't take much to fill up that meter, there are some weapons that I have that it takes like 8 bullets that hit in order to fill that meter. Like the lever action rifle that I have. Yeah, it's quite something. Oh, look at that there. I don't think I've ever noticed that there before. Interesting. Get up here. There we go. I think we're done. Take a look. Yeah, there we go. There we go. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Starwood 138, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps. Thank you all so very much. And I hope you all have a nice day.